stuff and beautiful calling. But as we move on into this, I was taking a little bit of a look. I think it's a 5-map winning streak on Inferno for forZe coming into this. So they're going to have some confidence to try and close things out here. They're ready and raring, and the fist bumps come in. Yeah, it is 5 consecutive wins, and a couple of those wins came as the online qualifiers to be able to get them here to the RMRs. The closest matches they've had in recent history is 16-14s against WinX and Nexus, but the rest of their Inferno streak here of that 5 I was mentioning were all single-digit batterings. Different level of opponent, but let's see how this one goes.
The mid-play for Zorte. sAw have struggled in the pistol rounds. Zorte hops
They'd love
across.
a pistol, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they need one. They need one. 3 maps in play now. sAw charging up through mid. If we get off to a pistol start here for sAw, who knows where this one might go. The wrap around long. Zorte realizes that. Oh, straight away to the headshot of one, and Zorte decapitates the second. Finally, Mueller is getting back in here for sAw, but the damage has already been done. Shalfie also following up upon it, and they just all topple. The pistol, it goes like this again. The bomb plant, oh, it does go down. Gets stolen away, so a bomb plant into the next, that's good enough, right? That gets you the force buy. And we know sAw partial to a nice little force buy.
You say good enough, yeah, I suppose. If you can't win the pistol, at least you got the bomb down. 1 kill out of all of that. You can tell that forZe definitely do their pistol headshot only DM, right? How crispy are they? They don't spam, they don't panic, they just hit their head time and time again, even plucking them out of the sky. So great stuff there as forZe continue the winning ways as we edge ever closer to one of these teams.
Yeah, getting the CT start, it feels good for forZe, I think, on this last map. You're going to have to deal with this force buy. Now, sAw have shown us before, if you remember back to Nuke, they had a force buy immediately, coming right back into things. So we'll see if they can do that again here. Norvi sending in the deep molly, follow up from Utility coming in, and he has been spotted. sAw, oh, he's gone into the smoker car. Undetected so far. They might be able to rattle away for a couple of kills here. They're spamming down. They're considering it, but now he's nipping at the heels, chasing them back further and further, but able to come away with the opening kill.
Good space. Nothing really going either way here, and both teams will relent, right? So for forZe, I don't think they want to walk back out into the thick of this. So sAw's aggressive maneuver is going to get them the territory they so desire, and they've been able to retain 2 smokes during all of this. With the banana control, they might just want to set on up and go for an execute in towards B. You got Norvi here with a smoke of his own and a flash, and well, just Jerry with the MP9. Smoke's going to land, and that is still above the 1 minute mark. There's no rush. They're going through, though.
They are just charging in. sAw making his way forward with a MAC-10 on his back. Norvi coming back in with a FAMAS, trading out blow for blow. Smoke goes down to CT again and covers them off. sAw put the bomb down. That play forward, though, catches out just. And now the kill back elsewhere. Zorte. And now suddenly it's just Arky left, but he has had a couple of big ones so far in this match. He's got to do it again. They're taking the time for us. Just waiting for the overextension, waiting for Arky to give them a sign of where he is. Now the utility comes in. Arky still stands towards Banana. Yet to peek around the corner. Here's the steps to draw wide. And oh, Zorte and Kenzie turn to work in tandem.
I wasn't even planning for him here. You can see this. I think that's why he frustratedly gestured through the wall as well, right? Even if he was able to try and contend, they could have just sat the defuse. I know it was a 10-seconder right there, but forZe, they walk away. They retain those rifles. And a nice little attempt there from sAw. They do get the bomb down again, and surprisingly, buying back in. Look at this. Roman's into a Galil, the same for Just. A MAC-10 out here for sAw. A Deagle for Arky, and Muteris is even going to get the AK through. So still a pretty potent-looking buy, but because 3 rifles were retained there from forZe, they can drop a couple across and they can rock 5 M4s into this next round of play. Looking very strong for both teams into round number 3 here. An early mid-smoke limped on forward. That's going to deny any early vision. You can see that one just scuttling forward to smoke off the top of mid. And Flash Zordy's not going to see anything whatsoever. Is denied that early information. And they're actually going to quickly gear on up. Behind their own smoke here, Dinko, they're going to set up for an A set piece.
Flash is at the ready. Call to go now. Flash goes around. Charging now down to Shalfie, who has to try and hold it. He'll get one, but that's not really enough to stop this onslaught of sAw players who continue to barrel their way forward, trundling into the site. Zorte takes up position at the back corner because Jerry's quickly on the flank behind. Actually very rapid. He has a second teammate there too, so sAw have no fallback plan. And realize they're committed into this one. sAw with a MAC-10. Headshot onto Kenzie, and Zorte Well, Tasper dealing with a back of the side play, and sAw finding kills. Norby now the last player left into this. And 1v3 in totals, he starts his maneuver via middle and ends it via short. Mutualist to the headshot in a round picked up for sAw.
Crazy, right? They continued forward in towards A. If they'd only known there was 2 players on the flank, they could have found the easiest path mid to B, got the bomb down and had an easier go of things there, but it doesn't matter. sAw pick it up. I cannot believe they went in for that buy, but they make it work and they force forZe to stomach a bit of a rougher scenario right here. An AWP out for Zordi. We'll need to find some impact with that. An M4 for Xiaofi, and the rest are going to be into lighter purchases, MP9 and pistols alongside of this. Now, when you have an AWP out in a round like this on Inferno, you want to give it an opportunity to find you a pick or two. See how much Zordi can get away with here, and the shot rings past the head. They know now what they're up against, so the Portuguese side, they might react quickly. An AWP towards mid, well, top banana control taken and pushed on back. Any of the CTs willing and ready to fight. Smoke immediately dropped towards CT. They're making them expend all this utility very, very early here. Great stuff from sAw applying this pressure. They're just creeping in. There's a gap in the smoke. There's a big gap in the smoke.
They're just going to walk it. They continue to move forward. Jerry sent through. Usually those kind of plays work out for Jerry, but this time Dodo and just take them out.
Zordi needs to get out and now.
He just needs to get that AWP away from danger.
Run, forRe, run.
He's out of that and doesn't stop. Arky's on the other side of the map, but given that he has got one of the premium rifles, don't have a lot of resources here for sAw.
Well, they do know that there's an AWP in play, so it's a question for sAw. Do we want to hunt? Do we want to try and take these away? You wouldn't mind sending Dodo out there to find you some information. He has 14 points of health and only a Mac 10, so if you wanted to send somebody forward for a hunt, he would be the man. You can see Arky now coming up through the boiler position, clearing out close holes, making sure that, well, it's most likely going to be the pit and site save, and tucked in towards the pit would be Kenzie. If Arky actually was to thrust himself forward and die to this, he might throw over a rifle. Thinks better of it, just throws a nade out towards Graveyard to alert them of his presence, and there it is, 2-2. That AWP saved again, so still going to be a threat right now, and sAw know it. sAw know it.
Well, they're competing early on the T side. A problem that they've maybe had a couple of times is the T side starts can be a little bit slow, and see if they can keep this up. They've had slow starts on both maps of play. Never really recovered from the slow start on Dust 2. This is the prime position to be in, really, man. Look at this buy for forZe, right? Yes, you've got the AWP saved over. You have to be aware of that. But sAw still should have the superior weapon area to carry this one over. Dodo sent in towards Banana with a Mac 10 again. Sorte being boosted up, taking a little deep peek down in towards mid. Hasn't been able to find the chance.
And over towards top banana here. Norby needs to be very, very careful about this one. If he goes on down, the bomb site will follow with him. That rotation point of Jerry was flirting with the idea of coming over. But in a situation like this for forZe, when you don't have all the goodies you require, you're going to hedge your bets, right? You're going to take a gamble. You're going to take a stack towards one of the 2 sites. And they opted to stack over towards A. There's a front site smoke thrown over towards B. They'll deny vision, but there's nobody over towards coffins or backside to even have to worry about that. And it's just Norby calling this out. Boys, they're throwing some U2. I can't tell you what's behind it. And this is where it comes down to Jerry. Does he call the troops off, or do they sit? Do they wait? Do they gamble? Well, Xiaofi's been pulled across, so mission accomplished here for sAw. They're able to pull the rotation, even though it's unknowingly.
They still have to deal with the AWP if they go back towards A. The utility is about to be sent out here for sAw. But the bomb is walking its way up Banana. The utility drops on the A site. Zorte's looking for it, and they are going to try and get into the mid to B. Xiaofi, 1 for 1. That's perfect here for sAw. You take out the rifle, you figure out where it is as well.
This should be the round, really, shouldn't it? Unless they come back to A. Hold up a second. The bomb's coming back. The bomb's coming back. This is the wrong call. They're coming into the stack. The AWP's still here.
And this could get a little messy. Zorte plays from pit. Jerry's rotated away, but Zorte, he is the player that needs to do everything, and player with him as well inside of the pit. Zorte, attention drawn towards his position. Can't do more than one, but Kenzie set up with a distraction play. 9 seconds left. Jerry's back in, and Jerry's got the double. Saw it was looking so good, but forZe obliterate them on the backward play.
Doubted themselves. They thought B was going to be the harder of the 2 to clear on out, but up short they come. There's no time left. The AWP sings out. You committed. You have to fight. Kenzie, a zinger of a shot on the Deagle, and Jerry, the in-game leader, steps up. forZe bounce back. And that's a big round for them to pick up here early. Money goes both ways. Both teams can buy, but that one's going to be salt in the wound for sAw. Around they probably think they should have been converting.
Yeah, you can't afford to drop those in such a decisive match. This is the biggest match of their careers right now. You're 1 map away from the major, and you're dropping the ball like that. It's going to feel rough, but you can't let those frustrations seep in. We did see a few of them. towards the end of Dust 2 from this man on your screen, and Muterus is going to come through Boiler. AK sent out straight away. Long smoke up, so he's fine to move out.
Yeah, this pressure here early is good. Muterus is going to go through. He's jumping
He's gone
through.
Oh, he has gone right into Jerry. The battle of the leaders goes the way of forZe. And now Shalfie plays inside of the pit. Boosted up on the balcony, one player there as well. Shalfie will take initial attention, and that sets up Kenzie with the element of surprise again. Great team play here from forZe, and it's taking out everybody on sAw. That's a frustrated play there as they charge their way through the smoke and try and force the issue.
Yeah, that was good pressure from sAw early, but throwing their bodies on the line, they were hoping to play with the rotation, right? When you have 3 players starting towards B, I think sAw noted that early. That's why Muterus is going for that play, seeing if an isolate a position over towards long, give them something to sink their teeth into as far as some early round control goes, but getting ahead of themselves, and they get absolutely cleaned on out. Beautiful round there from forZe, and now you actually compound that with that lighter buy win, with that saved AWP and M4 win, and what that means is an eco from sAw, and we've seen them in these situations before, just sit back, wait on out. But imagine if forZe keep everybody alive here. You know, if they keep 4, maybe 5 players alive in this situation, the bank will be starting to swell just by virtue of the type of rounds that they've been winning.
And let's just reiterate the point of how much of a great opportunity that was for sAw just mere moments ago when they were up against the one rifle, the AWP. If they take that round out, yes, you're going to buy probably a little bit later on, but sAw 3 or 4 rounds could be on this board already on the T side, and that can make a big difference. Now they have to play with the 2. Not going to get any closer to making a respectable half out of it in this round. Shalfie throw the incendiary down and force them further back away from mid.
Fight, doesn't he?
The bloodthirsty berserkers on B might just get themselves a chance. It is just the one of Norvi.
Mid's clear, and Norvi was flashed back, so hightailing the rotation will be Jerry, understanding that there is pressure applied right now. It's the one flash of sAw. If they can get in here and plant, they'll be very happy with that, but as they ping-pong back across the map here, trying to reroute now up towards top mid, they've drawn out a little bit more util. They're hoping that they're toying with these rotations. Now, they've tried to come up through this short position a couple of times, and they've been going into the blender. Kenzie up towards the balcony, Shalfie over towards the side position, and long, the AWP of Zordi will miss, and then through mid to B. Hold up a second.
Oh, Jerry, he needs to stand strong. They're going to try and fight out long. Arky's hit the shot. Now Kenzie in the back of the pit trying to test with this one. He's taken himself 2 lives. With the distraction set up, Jerry's hooked out from arches. And recovered, yes, but got a little scary, that.
Yeah, definitely scary. Look at Kenzie, dinked on down at range to 19 points of health. They need to thank their lucky stars that Kenzie stepped up with 2 big kills, because that one really could have gotten out of control, and it was such a light investment there. So sAw almost make a lot with a little, and will be finding themselves into a tactical timeout just to discuss proceedings and how they want to follow forward for the remainder of these next few. sAw like taking a lot of timeouts. We've seen it over all of the maps so far here. Lots of timeouts called within the first half of play. They want to establish themselves up with a good bed of rounds. This buy isn't even great here either. It's not perfect, right? They have to get out of Glil and Muterus so that he can get util. Just only has a smoke and a HE. Arky's lacking a piece of util as well. So they don't have everything they so desire, but it is their best bet in a while. I think that damage they just had with the Deagle and the Glocks right there is actually huge, because it's not going to allow forZe's economy to swell. They're not going to be having that cash flush at this moment.
And that was the point you brought up at the start of the round. Imagine if forZe keep everybody up. So luckily for sAw, they get a few picks on the way out the door of that round. Shalfie crosses into Boiler. Gets up into the apartments. Norvi plays the sandbox. Utility stacks upon him. That's a great way to dump out the first player.
They just want to go for a B exec here. We've seen them go for this before, right? And oh my god, Shalfie, this aggressive position. Arky's not going to clear. That's a freebie. Drawn back 4v4. Where do they go? They're trying to pipe their way up mid.
Well, they have to take some time thinking about this push forward. And obviously, you think the most likely play is he's dropped back from that. It's exactly what he's done here, but
they're going to come through this. They have to. They have to come through this. Yeah, they're gambling that it's going to be B. They've gambled incorrectly here.
Oh, it's a big gamble as well. Shalfie's about to peek long and see everybody coming towards him.
Oh!
It's 1, nearly the lineup for 2. He's done damage onto them. And now Roman, he's scaling up long quickly. Smoke out to library. Now they need to clear the site. And they're doing this with some pace behind it. So they should be able to get here before that mid-rotation comes through from Banana.
They're going to be scratching their head. They're going to be worried about another aggressive player. I know that Shalfie was the one who went forward and found that first over towards second mid. But they're going to be expecting players to come from this trajectory, right? How is there only one player on the site? Why? And did they gamble? Well, yes, they did. The bomb yet to get planted here. Look how worried they are. They're so concerned.
Yeah, they've taken a lot of time to finally put that bomb down. And once they do, look how close these forZe players are. It gives them extra time for this retake attempt. Utility being set up. They know they're having to deal with him coming from short side in the balcony. But will they be able to eradicate and fend off
Oh, what a nade.
this retake in? But Kenzie tucks the nade right in the corner. That is the sweet spot, and now just has to hold. Jerry drops down into the pit to his death, but it's enough of a distraction to allow Kenzie the headshot, and a round picked up for forZe on the retake.
I'm sure Jerry would give over his life for the round win there in any scenario. So the sacrificial lamb secures right now the 6 for forZe, and they're starting to pile these rounds on.
Look at the money. Look at the money for forZe right now, Chad. It's growing exponentially.
Yeah, going to have to get the rebuys in, so humbled slightly here, but this is starting to become issues for sAw. The plant is good, but you can see just how worried they were. How is there only one player on the site? Why is nobody else fighting us here at Jerry? A funny one to stomach right there, but not going to be too much of the worry as they will buy back in. Galil's Mac-10 around these AKs, light on the util again for a few players here for sAw. Not the full buys they'll be looking for here, but they know that they can keep applying this pressure. Util up Banana will be holding Norvi back. He cannot go for the aggressive maneuver just yet.
Norvi blinded. Couple of shots now. Rattler towards his position. Roman's got some apps control very quickly. And forZe realize that, so they've taken Banana.
It's an execute.
It's going to be a quick hit from sAw. Putting pressure on Zorte from the side. His teammates distracted. Kenzie, he's playing from back pit, but Zorte at the back of the side. Good luck dealing with that with the AWP. Now Kenzie needs to hold. It's one. Shelfie actually swung out to help him from the long side, but sAw into the side.
Look at this rotation again. Always heavy through Banana. forZe responding so quickly up mid. Another one low. sAw's low.
They weren't ready for that, and the damage is done to the pit player. Yes, a strong position, but the amount of damage done. It's going to be difficult here for sAw to hold on to it. sAw might try and play a little bit more aggressive to kill that kill back. It looked like he wanted to hop up on the bicycle, but making the right call to stay in the pit. He's got his teammate in the sides to slip up. They can play together. It's one for sAw. He's drawing the attention away from Jerry, and now just into the 1v1. Jerry looks to dump him out of the round, and they'll butcher him into the ground. He's going to hold for the defuse, and Jerry just throwing bodies at it time and time again with these quick plays up through middle.
No time to reload. Into the Mac-10, gets the kill, find himself an upgrade towards the back of the site here, and all in all, Jerry saves the day in this one. Another threatening round for sAw, but think about the pressure. forZe have got the hands around the throat. They're not giving them any space, no room to work with. And when they do have the space, they didn't even know. So this is going to be a timeout call for forZe just to talk things through, maybe just to calm it down, because these last couple have been action-packed. But a buy now and a much better one from sAw. Everybody going to be into an AK at least, an AWP out for sAw. And when you see the AWP come out on the T side, you expect a pace change, maybe something a little bit slower. Allow the game to come to them because it's been a lot more direct. They've been going for these executes on towards the site. They've been trying to pip the gap and thread the needle. But now they might have to establish themselves into a default. forZe are looking good. forZe have had the leads early in all the maps, right? Dust 2, they carried it through. Nuke, it kind of fell by the wayside. Now here again on Inferno, a 7-2 scoreline. If they get themselves up to 8-2 again, we've been here before.
I remember just mere moments ago talking about the fact that sAw has survived. The fact that forZe have been taking these early halves. They were 2-2, they were looking good to actually extend their own lead. And now it's fizzling out completely, and they have had opportunities. They've got into post plants, they've got into tight situations. forZe just winning every one of them. sAw under a lot of pressure with that utility. Forced out of logs and into the wider fight. Oh, good utility to force the fight into sAw's crossout. Although look at Norvi. He's staying to his car right now.
Very risky here.
It is risky, but it might be the perfect play. It might work out completely if they run Pi. There's no way, surely, they're anticipating him still being here because they cleared it with utility. And so Norvi has them walking by. They haven't even checked him. Norvi with one. Oh, can't spin for the second. An instantaneous reply from Roman needed. And luckily, it's picked up.
Util being dumped in to deny the entrance, but there's a bit of a gap. They can jump on in and over that and completely denied any vision. Maybe Shelfie as he comes away on this rotation. Coming in through spawn is Zorti. He can set this up with a flash. It could be the flash and go. Into pool. There's the pick.
Oh, the flash is good, but the second actually catches Shelfie. And now they know exactly where he is and puts pressure onto his shoulders. He needs to not crack. He's turned. He's got one. Nearly gets back for the second. Finally removed from the round. And look at that. Rotation has to come in for Kenzie.
Hold up. sAw's going back.
They're going back.
Oh, dear. Kenzie's going to win the round right here, right now. sAw's on his own. He's completely on his own. That's it. The bomb's down top mid. Thank you very much.
Oh, the decision making right now for sAw. The pressure getting to them. It's leaking through into their calls, and they're running back into Kenzie. He's given another fight. It's down to Arky. Zorte has been removed, but Kenzie is just holding for the mid walk up, and Arky's on 15 HP. Kenzie swings. Kenzie has it, and he is just laughing to himself because what the hell? They just run right back into him.
On his own as well. That was madness. There's been 2 rotations from sAw that make absolutely no sense. And look at the frustration. Look at this. Yeah, they're arguing now. This is starting to fall apart now. This is the best opportunity that the Portuguese side have to lock themselves in for the major, and they're making flubs and fumbles like this. But it's great from forZe, because in the other rounds, we were talking about it, how they're suffocating, how they're constricting, they're rotating so quick, they're not letting off the gas as far as the pressure goes. That time, they let sAw play out the round, and they made the wrong decision.
Well, I'm sure they're starting to feel like their opportunity is slipping through their fingers. They've had plenty of chances to stay competitive in this first half, and every one of them have been let slip. The pressure of this moment is massive.
3B setup here, flash and
play.
go.
Yeah, flash and go in towards top banana.
Called it off.
There's still 3 players here though, so even if they do commit into the site, there's still significant forces to cut them down. It's going to be hard here. sAw would love to just peel away with 1 pick. Flash again being set up for Jerry. sAw, he's getting aggressive at the wrong time. He can get in the midst of a battle. sAw quick to the shot. Flash allows Norvi out for the peak. Utris at least gets 1 here for sAw, but they haven't done enough.
Absolutely destroyed right there. The timing looked off. The timing looked awkward, but yet still able to go on the better end of the trades right there. A 2-on-4 situation, and guess what? Tuck and tail again. Rerouting again. Running out of ideas, running out of chances. forZe are looking good for 9.
Utris and Arky begin their walk A, but really in their head, they don't feel like this should be a round that they find a way into. The pit occupied by kenzie. Molotov to make his existence uncomfortable and forces him to take up a new abode. Shalfie swings out into short. Arky the victim of his rifle, and kenzie will also follow up, so 9 rounds. Confirmed from forZe.
Those 2 right there, the 2 you just mentioned, kenzie and Shalfie, have been fantastic on it.
They've been great,
They've been fantastic, locking down that side of the map, not leaking, not allowing anything to come on through. And you feel like this half is already done, 9-2. A timeout taken, a conversation, sure, but what are you even going to talk about? This one is running away from sAw, and definitely frustrated. They are definitely frustrated here. Right? You have to consider how the last map went. They got blown out, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, sure, it's fine. You get blown out, you go into the third, you can recalibrate. Wasn't a close 16-14 overtime affair where you're questioning every decision. Well, now, in your last chance, you're questioning every decision. And sure, this isn't for elimination, but let's set this up. You go into the 2-2 column, there's going to be some titans of names down there to deal with.
And when you're questioning the decision, you look to Mutris, the caller of the team, right? And we see sdodo was looking out to his left, having that conversation. You know, after that Dust 2 performance, you see Mutris was actually very frustrated, maybe putting the blame on some other. This is a high-pressure situation that is going to bring out that emotion in your players. You just have to find some composure here. It isn't unrecoverable. 4 rounds still loom if you can pick them up. It isn't the best of buys here, though, for sAw.
Yeah, they've finally had to take a knee, right? They've gotten away with a lot of these lower buy situations, but they've been so direct when they've gone for purchases like this. The only real bomb site that they've been able to find traction is this B side of the map here, and Jerry's holding onto his utility, this time being a little bit more stalwart in how he wants to limp this one forward. There's a nade, just a little bit ahead of the pack here, as sAw will not take any damage from that whatsoever. Molotov at the ready, and here comes the Uto. He's going to dump that and dump it now.
Oh, Jerry sticking around, his teammates playing from the back of Nubox. Norvi is the first play to collect a kill.
Look at the rotation, it's here as well. Zorte's joined the party.
This could be absolutely bone-shaking. Zorte and Jerry just shutting it down at the moment. Again, Norvi towards the back of the side. Still a player you have to find. An Arky. Oh, okay, the Deagle spins. I thought maybe on a swivel. Catches the third, but forZe, they clean it up.
Yeah, I hate the feeling this one is seeming done and dusted. 10 rounds now secured for forZe. sAw need to find something. Still 5 possible, right? But every round we say that, it feels like it's becoming less and less viable. The amount of kills between the bunch, 8 is the high end, and that's Arky, and he gets a couple of kills just there that don't result in a whole lot. Nobody's showing up in a big way right now for sAw. The moment to get some rounds has to be now. It's 5 AK-47s, full bags of U2, everything they need, but it's been so pacey, it's been so direct. I thought that they'd try and play out the map a little bit more like they do on Nuke, where they toy with the rotations, they take some space, but they just take more nade damage, just as dead. And another number advantage here for forZe.
Oh, Zorte nearly with a maniacal laugh to take open the round on banana, but unable to get that shot to land.
It's not like they haven't had opening kills either. I've just taken a quick look at the opening duels. They've been able to find 5 opening kills within this half. It doesn't feel that way. Jerry ahead of the smoke. Jerry ahead of the smoke very much so. Another kill.
Oh.
3 on 5 now. They just continue to peel them off one at a time. No trades available.
Just plunges into mid. Shalfie, easy pick. It's just 1 by 1. It's disjointed. It isn't a team effort right now for sAw. They're on other sides of the map, completely opposite sides, and they're just getting picked apart. I think sAw, I think right now, they're probably thinking in their head this one's done. The way this is playing out, Chad, it's not competitive whatsoever.
Well, let's give everybody at home a bit of an understanding of the teams who are going to find themselves in the 2-2 bucket, right? OG, by picking up their win against Unique, there's the round, have now put themselves in the 2-2 column. Right now, Fnatic versus Eternal Fire. Whoever wins that game will put themselves in the 2-2 column. The loser out. Over there for Na'Vi, Vitality, winner of that will be in the major. Same situation as what you see on your screens right now. Loser will find themselves in the 2-2 column. So that's either Na'Vi or Vitality in a 2-2 game. You got FaZe or Mouse. Loser of that will be in a 2-2 game. Listen to these names. Aren't they scary? And then the winner of Outsiders Dignitas will find themselves in that same column. None of those opponents sound anywhere near as easy as what this matchup for both of the teams was meant to be here today. And back to the pistols. Back to the drawing board. Maybe back to hell. Could be another absolute blowout. 16-14 first map. forZe could have taken it. They could have taken this series in 2. 16-3 over there on Dust 2. And now an 11-2 scoreline.
And sAw, they have had plenty of opportunities. This half could look entirely different. It absolutely could have. And that's what's going to be most frustrating about this. They know in themselves they had great chances. And this perhaps the greatest of all chances for their careers so far. Flashes go through, Shalfie holds from Cubby. Another one found, and there's double up, and Jerry will help out for the third. Go out for the peak, they're just taking it 1 by 1, easy pickings. 12 rounds now for forZe.
In the last 33 rounds of play, sAw have only won 5.
That's not a great stat there, Chad, is it?
No. So you put that one into perspective, right? It really shows you how rough this has been. How rough this has been. Just a completely different dialogue from map number 1. Thought this was going to be a back and forth affair, but you have to just sing the praises again of forZe. They're playing some great Counter-Strike, a lot of different looks. Look at the streak of rounds. Look at that streak of rounds. 10 on the trot right here, and one of the only rounds that forZe have really lost to was a lie to buy because of the forced scenario. Shalfie, he's going to bring out the AWP. Double AWP set up now. Rains into the server as they look to grab themselves a 13-2 half. 3 towards the B start again. They've just dealt with everything that's come their way. That's an opening. That's a change of the tunes. Dodo going to find Jerry. So the in-game leader has been scalped early here. Muterus is over towards the arch side. Might be looking for a bit of a gap here against Shalfie. He's tried these arch plays before. A re-smoke. Yeah, they'll just deny that pathway. You're not coming on through. And probably questioning himself at every turn now, sAw.
Doesn't seem like they're all on the same page now. Right, with the stat you just highlighted, how could you be? There's so much indecisiveness, perhaps, what we'll see. So this is the best chance they've had in a while.
If they come back to B, it's going to bite them in the ass again. Another gamble.
Another kill there for Norby.
It's too easy.
Oh, lines them up. Muterus and just the transfer from left to right. 2 lives claimed in the split second. Kenzie at least hits the dirt.
Look, they're so quick.
Look how quick
All
it is. 3
up banana behind them. They're not going to expect this.
They did this so
Where's
much.
the other A defenders?
They're just wanting... Last time this happened, though, they were dealing with this quick mid-play, so they do turn back to face it. They have got 2 into the pit, 1 from the site. It's a strong enough post-plant here for sAw, but they haven't been able to win retakes. Every time forZe come in with this mid-play, they've been able to get back into the site. Roman, he needs to hold the site strong. He's going to play close to this box, and with a double up in pit, it's looking good now for sAw. A 3rd round to close at the half. Zorte moves into the site alongside Shalfie. Roman, his head showing, sprays away. Now Zorte left in the clutch. They're both low. He's trying to find him. Oh, the second shot found, and now Zorte can go to the bomb. It's in the back corner. He's seen the last victim, and Dodo luckily pulls away with a mere 3rd round.
Yeah, they don't look happy about that one, do they? They're just content with getting something. A little bit of confidence there. They need to start believing right now because this game isn't done just yet. It's been an absolute masterclass again by forZe. They've shown 2 fantastic maps back to back, but it's not done. The nerves can start to get to both teams here. This young, inexperienced side of forZe, they can falter. It's the T side of Inferno now. But if they don't get a pistol, if they don't break this bloody streak, if sAw concede another pistol in this best of 3, surely that's the death knock. Surely that's it. Could you imagine playing an entire best of 3 and not winning a single pistol? How are you meant to win?
Personally, yes. I have done that a few times. But you can buy your tickets over on this QR code.
Could you buy a pistol? Because that's what sAw are looking for here, Dinko. That's what sAw need right now.
They absolutely do. We'll see if they can get it. sAw, they've yet to be able to find an opportunity to do so. Roman crosses out. Into the apartments he goes. And forZe now sending players up through middle. Roman comes out from Boiler, flashed into the mid-play. Muturis, sAw will take him away and lock him up. So, pistol looking good for forZe so far.
Oh, nice little nade. Chip damage down here to Shalfie. He's going to body block the smoke. And oh, they can wait this out. They have the number advantage. They've even forced a gap, a huge gap on this one. Linger forward. Arky, I dare you, says Shalfie. He's ready and raring to take you down with the Glock. And oh, just turns away. Arky does snatch one away. Levels things up 4-on-4.
All right, that was a kill back. And for the first time in a while, it's been a bit of breathing room for sAw in these pistols. If you remember, forZe have been just battering them with shot after shot. You let this one slow down a little bit. Perhaps as well we get into a battlefield where sAw might be able to find it. Smoke goes out towards, or rather decoy, bounces in front of Arky. Now goes swinging in towards top mid.
Norby does have the utility. He's lining up now. He's just been keeping his head down because he's low, but it's an A hit. Here comes the flash.
Yes. Deployed now for forZe. Roman's under pressure towards Pit. Needs to hold strong. Pressure on his shoulders. Dodo that's going to help him out and bail him out, but he can't do much about it. Dodo's under pressure on the site, forced into the wide fight. Sorte collects the second, but it's Arky who hasn't been spotted and stops him on the crossover. So now they have to alleviate their power positions, and finally sAw will have a pistol.
Okay, well now they got something to work with here. An opportunity for forZe goes missing, and well, an opportunity now for sAw to get back into this game. What type of a buy do you look for forZe? Right now, you're in a really good position. You have such a commanding lead. Do you force buy? Do you take a save? You can get the AKs out into the next. It's going to be 4 MP9s brought up here by sAw and an M4 for Arky. Really being the shining light for this team in dire situations has been Arky. It's going to be Glocks, 4 of which Sorty into a Deagle. He had a bunch of kills there on the Glock, so a bit more cash than the rest of his teammates to be able to splash. You definitely want to make sure that you milk through all this utility, whereas your sAw, right, you need to keep everybody alive. You need to keep everybody alive because well, once you realize it's Glocks, you know that in the next round of play, the AKs are coming out.
Sorte trying to get a little bit lucky, perhaps, through these smoke spams and get a little peek up the half wall. Needs to be careful he doesn't commit too wide.
He did a lot of talking there, so...
Still doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, lots of talking. Maybe he's identified there's a player close left, or he wants someone to jump and bait for the shot here. I wouldn't test this kid with the pistols.
No, his aim has been impeccable. Still seeing the jump on the half wall. Now they go forward. They haven't checked the left side, so that lines them up. Dodo with the triple, finally traded out by Kenzie, but the MP9s have found every kill you want. That's a lot of money picked up for sAw, and 5 rounds now put in.
Yeah, so not bad at all. They get a kill, but all in all, sAw, they stand tall, and that's why you say you want to keep everybody alive. Well, everybody, 4 is not too shabby. Dodo getting a bunch of those kills, can invest now into it. Silence them for his own. They have plenty of incendiaries, plenty of smokes, everything they need to deal with this. Need to shut this down now. This is where forZe want to get it done. Before the game starts getting out of control, before the idea of a comeback even starts to creep in. The scoreline now, still a 7-round game in favor of forZe.
Well, forZe will set out with a task of liquidating the defense. Molotov towards top car. That won't stop the full push forward. Look at that. Committing into it. Dodo just getting ground.
I think you're happy to give this up. It is a very standard default coming out from forZe. 3 towards second mid. They even had a player spamming on the bridge of Jerry, who's now come on through the chicken pit to help contend with this banana control. The jump spot from Just is the bait again for Dodo. It's not the MP9 up close and personal. It is going to be that silenced M4. So a big gun is kind of glued to this position. Dodo can't really go anywhere. Just can try to smoke to get him out of dodge. And well, the top mid smoke has just landed. Kenzie is going to use that to line up his porch side Molotov. So mid control should be on the docket here for forZe.
Another smoke comes in. Buy some more time.
I think you're fine with this. They've used all their smokes. So you will have called these out across the map. This is actually really good news if you're Jerry. Really good news. Your little drones going out there to collect information can report back to the boss man that they are completely out of the gray screens. It's a 4-man stack towards A right now.
Flashes up, sAw forced away. They're committing up this quickly now up Banana. Very fast behind this for forZe, with intentions of setting out and finishing on this B site. shalfie on the lurk on the other side of things, cuts off a rotation. The support network has to come through. The time is ticking, the swing out. It hasn't worked out. The weaker weapons haven't shut it down, but just he gets the opportunity and he does not miss.
Still here.
He is still in the smoke. He can put it all down. He's spraying away, but the commitment to the plan stuck for forZe. And sAw holds strong still. USP's picked up Jerry, swing into the fight, but Norvi will best him. Roman rattling up Banana, and shalfie puts him in the ground. Chances all over the show there for sAw, but forZe at every turn take the edge.
Huge stuff from shalfie there. Great little lurk through the long smoke. Gets the third rotator out of the piece, but those MP9s, they come on through. They put so much pressure. But look what this has done to the finances. sAw down to 1,700. 3K for Muterus, 3K for Roman. You can only really get a buy on just here. And feeling like the opportunities now are almost over for sAw. This is great from forZe. They're looking good to pick up this map, 13-5, but it is going to need to be a hero moment. And the AWP has been bought on up. It's been donated on over to sAw. If there was a time to find their impact, it's now. This is all or nothing. sAw have invested everything into this round. If they lose this one, they basically lose the game. This is such an important round right now for sAw.
So much rides on this round for sAw. So much. The biggest match they've had all event and perhaps even their career, because they are one away from the major and it's slowly slipping through their fingers. I say slowly, but it's rapidly slipping through now. forZe 3 away. Banana Molotov sent up towards top car. It's quick with utility here for forZe. They've gained a lot of control already.
If they just nade him out of the play here.
Look where he's playing. He's on top of the sandbags and sAw's gone.
That's the AWP. It's out.
Yeah, it's no impact from it. Zero impact. And Jerry, he's just calling quick. Look at the mouth. It's rattling words out at a rapid rate, and now Just, he's going to be under pressure. Gap in the smoke, he's going to hold it. Just in the double, and now they swing. sAw finally gets rid of the play from first oranges. Damage has been done, though. We're at a 3v3. Muterus tries to swing out. If he had a better weapon, perhaps he gets the kill, but the MP9, not enough bite to get the pick.
Do they go for this, right? It's a 2-on-3 situation. They are low on the site. They've rotated over on time. More utility right now to hold the wolf at the door. The flash as well. If you want to save, it's a bloody Famis and an MP9. You have to give this one a go, and they might find the window for success.
Well, Roman goes on forward. Oh, spots the back of sAw. Oh, the follow-up for Roman. Maybe just a chance here for sAw. Kenzie left. 1v2, smoke fades away. Slips on through CT spawn. Kenzie, if he goes through the ruins doorway, it is being held by Arky, so a strong position here on the right side. And Kenzie clears it out. Now just Roman. He knows exactly where his last whereabouts were, so this is a big problem here for Roman. He doesn't have the element of surprise, but he can keep Kenzie guessing, who thinks they could come round the ruins again, and Kenzie doesn't get in his own head. He starts to play for ruins on the backside. Roman is committed to watching the site, comes back into it, but Kenzie will close with the clutch. The chance again for sAw slips through their fingers, and Kenzie gets fired up as forZe step a step closer to their major.
What a massive round to win, and that hero AWP was the first thing removed. You can see this now. They know that this opportunity is gone. There's no money, there's nothing left. Jerry, what a play right there. Just does just that. Multiple kills to hold the wolf at the door, but it's just not enough. Kenzie's clutch. Beautiful stuff. A couple of hero moments there, but it's just another force buy coming out from sAw here. A scout, some MP9s again, some pistols. It's run away from them. It's gotten away from them. Another single-digit drubbing on the cards.
It's a sickly, brittle buy. And sAw getting bombarded with utility is just... He will maintain his position at sandbags, and a smoke goes out to dispel for just a little while, but Norvi looked like he's about to go through that smoke. Jumps up, trying to glean some info here. Will now back away.
Look at all these problems here. The weapons suck, sure, but the nades are worse. What are you meant to do? You're going to have to get it done by bullets. It's one smoke and a flash. That's all they have remaining right now. Time is forZe's best friend.
When it's come down to the bullets, forZe have been better at that too. So it is a rough scenario here for sAw. forZe just taking their time, taking liberties. They have got top Banana. They now smoke out CT, but with no intentions to go B. The bomb is going A right now.
And it's forced the rotation. Muterus is over here again. They bled too many times on this B bomb site not to stack it on over. Arky's been great, but now with this scout, Could be a smoke and done. They're going to walk into it. He gets the tag, but shalfie, too good. Another body hits the deck, and it's just one man standing, Roman.
Oh, he descends to the balcony to play from pit. This is the weapon that needs to hold the site. This is all he's got. A little pink MP9. He's going to hold. He looks up. Jerry gone. Now holds in the corner. He gets checked. The MAC-10 sweeps upon his position, and Mutuus has been good on pistols, but just the one found here. So cleared up forwards now. They reach 15. 1 round away from that major in Antwerp. Stododo comes out from the balcony. It's being watched right now. It's being accounted for. Just from the long side, shouldn't be able to get much done either. Stododo sent out. Drops down into the pit. Kenzie commits to the headshot. Decapitation there. And Kenzie closes. What a fantastic game he's having. And forZe, they absolutely deserve this now. If this is the matchup they're putting in to close it.
You live and you die by the force by sword. Again, they have to reinvest sAw with everything they have. It's been 3 consecutive absolutely dismal buys. Pistols again, SMGs again. A FAMAS is the best weapon in the hands of Roman right here. And look at this kid on the screen. Kenzie's been fantastic. Great showing from him here. Really good stuff from the young guns of forZe, and this is what it's about. They know they're just 5 kills away from qualifying for that PGL major in Antwerp, just around the corner. And look at this, more utility damage, stranded, dead. Jerry removes Dodo. 4 more kills and it's done.
Jerry wanted to bring these guys to the major. He wanted to do it by beating a solid team. He's taken down OG on the way here and sAw the opponent that lay in front of him. Feels like mere moments away before forZe begin their celebration.
Yeah, well, back again, rerouting top middle here. Arky going to spam on through, but if anything, that costs him a bit of health. Chip damage down to 67. They're coming. And he's the only one here. He's got a teammate with him on the long side to boost on over. Yeah, what are you going to get away with this?
The boost peers over. Not yet collecting a kill. Now, we'll see Kenzie. Kill is drawn back into the 4v4.
But they know there's 2 there. They can just reroute quickly up short if they're fast.
They are quick about this, and North even holds for the potential flank around the backside. So pressure on Arky to hold the site. Deagle for 1. Goes back in, but can't follow up for 2. And now we're just down to Mutuus and Just left to try and keep the dream alive. But shalfie is putting an end to their sleep. Their slumber will finish, and Just swings into the open. Surely at any moment now will die. The Deagle holds. The AK's ready, and it is done. forZe are heading to the PGL Antwerp Major. The youngsters head that way. Jerry returns. This time, I'm sure, wanting to go deeper than that challenger stage and hoping for a better placing. But he's done it with a new roster. He's done it with the youngsters.
Yeah, completely different team to what he had last time around. All these new faces. The young guns. shalfie looked great. Kenzie was fantastic too. He's already had his moments. And you can see how happy they are. The smiles on the faces. This is great stuff from those young guns. Fantastic.